Hello and welcome to episode 4. Yes, the show has not been named yet. I do have a chopping block ready. So we're going to start dialing in and picking a name. And as I said in last episode, I'm not going to go over everything to death every video I start. I'll do just a little refresher and then we'll get into it. And like I said also in that last video, today's video is going to be basically an option coming from the universal or the international, whatever you may call it, the tackle, drop down, leapfrog, hip toss. And then in my version, we fall with the arm drag and we hold on, and we went over why. So most important thing of the match is what? Everything. Everything's the most important. So you put that importance on everything you do. You get in, you circle around. Why do we circle around? Right? We're eyeing up our opponent. What's our game plan going to be? Then we lock up. Why is that intense? Why do we really put some energy into that? Because that is how we start to get the dominant position. There's a lockup, right? That's kind of like a stalemate, and we're seeing who's going to give and where we're going to go. Before that, we're seeing what our game plan is. See how we build it. When we grab a hold, what are we doing? Well, we're making it look like we're actually squeezing something. When we're fighting it, we're here and here. We're selling as well as trying to get the grip off. Remember that. Registering. Sometimes you just need a quick boom, boom, boom and get to it. Not necessarily a delayed sell. Give each other time to sell. And what I mean by that is you got to leave those little openings for selling. So your stuff means something, so their stuff means something, which is very crucial for today's subject. So we ended the universal. We got the arm. The babyface has the arm. The heel works their way up. Maybe we'll work the arm for a bit. On this route, what we're going to do is after that hammerlock into the buckle, we're going to come out and go for another arm wringer. And as we do that, that heel's going to give us a big forearm. Now, this is something I'll often see, right? Yeah, the babyface sells. See, left hand, I'm selling so that it's easily grabbed to whip. So I'm not doing, hey, do the spot we called. Sell with your left hand, very important to me. I think that will help prevent you from reaching your hand out. It happens all the time. You can watch indie wrestling, WWE, AEW, all these things, and it's just a force of habit because we want things to go smooth. The beauty about wrestling is we want it to go smooth, but not look smooth. And that's a whole art form in itself. That's a whole nother layer of being a great professional wrestler, is being able to make something so smooth that anybody you work with can do it, but looks so rough to the people outside. And that is a true art form. My favorite part of the art form, actually. So in a big forearm, we're selling. Now the heel goes to shoot the baby face to the ropes. Now, what I would often see is a reverse or a weave through. Both reversals, but you don't want to reverse right here. You want that first forearm shot from that heel to really register, because maybe you need to use it later where you fire up, where you don't sell it. Then there's a reason for it later, but you got to put importance on that forearm first. So let them shoot you. Don't reverse it. Let them shoot you. Let them throw a clothesline, let you duck. Stop behind as they come around. What should you do? Common sense says forearm, right? See how it can work here? It can flow. And I think that's not just a wrestler that's going to reply with that. If I'm telling you that spot and I duck under, forearm the heel now. What's that called? It's called a receipt. We obviously don't want them to reverse, because I would see this same spot and we shoot and they reverse. We want our forearms to mean something too. So give them that forearm. And before, it's okay to check your jaw again. It's okay for him to take that forearm in here. And that whole time, even when he shot you, he sells that arm still. These little things are important. We need to register, right? So if we're doing this spot, after that forearm, the heel does what? Sells that arm. Then he shoots you. Then he's trying to take your head off. So the anger comes over his face and he really comes forward. It's another thing. Don't stand in the center. Come forward. You're trying to take their head off. That creates the space. Now the baby face is in the center. And then when the heel turns, takes that step, big forearm, boom. And then he's in the baby face. You can be like, I knew I'd get you. And then we go. So maybe we'll shoot them in the corner. Maybe we do a corner attack. Maybe we bring them out. Maybe we hit that snap suplex, but that isn't where it ends this time. Boom. And then when we come up, that's a fire. They feed to the ropes. We clothesline them over the ropes. Boom. Now, again, as the heel, how should you get to those ropes? Should you take that suplex and sell in the middle and then walk to the ropes? No. You take that suplex, you sell the back, you can sell the forearm, it can be a combination of the sell. You're selling to the ropes. Now the commentary can say what? Look at that coward trying to get away from the babyface. Now see how this story goes? It looks like he's trying to get away. You tried to get away, but I'm going to send you there anyway. We clothesline them over. Boom. Now as a babyface, what are we going to do? Our opponent's outside. Maybe we go for a dive. Now, there's multiple ways we can go from this. And this is going to be something that we will constantly work on. So let's say I'm going to go for the dive. I hit the ropes. Heel comes in. He throws a line, duck, maybe a head scissors, sends him back out, and then they hit the dive right away. So this is something I see and I don't understand. We wouldn't hit that big G up here because we want the reaction off the dive, not the G up. See how we can play with the emotions? So after that clothesline over the top rope, if we're G'ing the people up, we're getting them behind us, okay? That's what I like to say. G up is a wrestling term. Maybe not everybody knows. But we're getting the people behind us to go for that dive, but then the heel slides in because we build them up, and then, whoa, head scissors, yay, hit the ropes, big pop comes off the dive, and now let that dive register, okay? Don't rush anything here. Soak it in. You're a babyface. You want to give them that so they want to see you win, which will help during the heat, which will help during the double down, which will help in hope spots, which will help in the comeback, which will help in false finishes. All these things are important. Roll them in. Number 2, please, guys, if you are going to dive on somebody and roll them in, don't have them reverse right away. I see it all the time. Either roll in and go for the cover or go up top and hit something big, right? So maybe in this, we roll them in, we go up top, we hit a big crossbody for a near fall. 1, 2, big kick out, right? And now we really have the people rocking and rolling and we can lead to a cutoff. Don't throw away your stuff. It's not that you can't do. We always hear less is more, but we're not often told why less is more, right? And I'm not saying I'm not going to go out there and do what I want to do. I'm going to. Most wrestlers are. Most wrestlers at our elite level have found themselves, and that's something we'll cover over these videos too. But they found themselves, so they go out there and they do what they're comfortable with doing, which is great. I'm not saying do less. I'm saying make sure what you're doing has the most importance on it so everybody can follow along. So after that dive, either get a cover or go up top and hit something. Missile, drop kick, crossbody, whatever it is. Hit something to put that period at that end of the sentence, right? We're writing a book here. So we need to firmly put those sentences in it. We have to have all that in order to tell that story to the best of our ability. So register and sell with your left hand. Receipt, very little receipt. There's bigger receipts that we can play, but that forearm, we have the heel throw the first forearm in the match and the babyface gets the big receipt. We don't give our opponent the offense right away. We don't let them switch it right away, so our forearms mean something. After the dive, we don't change it right away. I don't know how many times I've seen a big dive and then even a cutoff on the floor after a dive. Then why are we diving? Diving is supposed to be bigger and grander, right? Don't get cut off right away. Don't. Unless it's a tag match. With a tag match, cool, that's fine. Not in a singles match. I hope this week was helpful. It's going to be kind of back-to-back videos because with my free time this week, I have watched some wrestling and some things that I want to bring up in the tips in the bonus episode. I want to get it off my mind right now. Thank you for tuning in episode 4. Hopefully you enjoy it. See you guys later this week.